What is up? Welcome to another edition of SacTown Movie Buffs. Once again, I'm Kier, and unfortunately, there is no Jason. So we are actually have some plans to record a couple shows for you guys later this week. But I did want to get this show up and running. I got a few other shows I want to record as well. Hopefully, Jason has seen those other films. If not, I'll have to do those shows by myself also. But we do have some shows in store. We do have some plans for some shows coming up. So keep in mind, if you're waiting for Jason, he'll be here soon, and we'll be able to be rocking and rolling. It's just been kind of a crazy time. Like I said, these last few months have been really, really rough, and then also dealing with COVID. We haven't been able to meet, so we've been kind of hit or miss in terms of the movies we've been seeing. All the movies I've been watching, he has been watching, and vice versa. Or there's sometimes we just aren't able to get together, and so we're trying to schedule out. Hopefully, going into 2022, we'll have a much better dialed in schedule, and hopefully be back in fold and have both of us on the show, because these shows, they do definitely work better when there's two of us here to kind of bounce off of each other and have different points of opinions. Jason's a little bit more analytical when it comes to actually expressing the opinions of the films, whereas I'm more just like, I'm going to give it to you straight, just tell you whether I liked it or not for the most part. But people would definitely appreciate both of our styles. So it kind of works hand in hand and works well together, especially since we've been, essentially best friends for well over 20 years now. The movie I'm actually reviewing today is actually going to be Escape Room Tournament of Champions. And I say, without further ado, I say we get right into it. So if you've seen the first Escape Room film, basically it takes, a play on the actual escape rooms, where you're basically locked in a room. You have to kind of get yourself out. I've personally have participated in quite a few of those in the past. I don't know, 4 or 5 of them. Never was able to get out with the groups that I've had. I've always just got stuck and had to have some help getting out. Excuse me. However, the movie Escape Room is actually has real life consequences. So the first one came out, I believe, in 2019, where a group of just like random people are thrown kind of into a room. And they're basically having to escape and get out of the room. And if they don't make it out of the room in time, they die, either by fire or stabbing or something of that nature. And then they move on to another room, and the other room has its own styles of dangers and things of that nature. It's not going to be a spoiler or anything of that nature, but there are some people that actually do survive the escape room. And so that's where the sequel comes in, Escape Room Tournament of Champions. So there's actually 2 individuals that actually survived the first escape room. And they are basically, and I don't want to go into the full details, but just in a nutshell, all you need to know is basically they end up getting stuck on a subway train with a bunch of other passengers in one cart. How they all got there, if you want to get too analytical, is it plausible? I don't know. But for some reason, they all are in the same cart, and basically the cart kind of goes off the rails, and they learn that they are all back in the game again. And every individual that's actually in that one particular cart is a survivor, basically, of the escape room challenge, and they're basically thrown in to basically having to participate in a tournament of all the champions from the previous escape room films that or previous escape rooms that they were in, that they survived. And that's basically the nutshell of the story. So so obviously the stakes are higher. There's a lot of twists and turns. Basically it's it's just a fun, good thriller, good horror film, good thriller. I definitely enjoyed it. I more or less liked the first one. I think I may have given the first one 2.5, I believe, maybe 3 stars. This one I definitely liked. I gave this one 3 stars as well. If I did give the first one 3 stars, I gave this one 3 stars also. But I definitely did like this one. I felt like this one was a little bit more, the production felt a little bit better. Acting was about the same. It's hit or miss with horror films. A lot of the stars are not that in the film are not that recognizable. You would have seen them in something, but I doubt most people could tell you the names of any of the stars in the film, because they're all, TV actors, or they've been in some shows, but none of them are like big name stars. So, but the acting's not bad, but it's really, you're really there to see the different ways that they're going to get out of different situations. There's all kinds of different things that they up the ante on. This one, they're actually more, not only are they like in a rooms, they're actually in like these like man-made, cities almost. There's like a scene where they're like at a beach, and the sand is like sinking and collapsing, which I thought was well done. There's another scene that's not a spoiler, but basically, because it's in the preview, there's also another scene where they're basically in like this, like, it looks like a city or like New York City, or like a subway city or something of that nature. Looks like part of a city, like I think in like New York. where there's like acid rain that comes down on them every once in a while. So there's a lot of really cool scenes in here, a lot of really good acting. Like I said, there is a lot of good twists and turns as well, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I thought it was a fun film. Definitely check your brain at the door. Don't get too analytical in terms of the plausibility of it, because obviously, and I don't know who's behind pulling the strings that's making these escape rooms, but they would have to be like a multi-billionaire in order to do this. I mean, these are some really, really elaborate escape rooms. So you either have like a team of like billionaires behind the scenes doing these types of things, because the money to do these scenes would be to set up these elaborate rooms that they do would be astronomical. I mean, how do you make a man-made beach with like actual like sand that sinks and things of that nature? How would you set that up? You got to have some money. You got to definitely have some serious dough. In some ways, you think of it like a I know Squid Game is pretty popular right now. That was another one where I kind of watched and thought these people must have had some serious amount of money to do all this behind the scenes. That one, you do kind of learn that they are like a bunch of like rich, wealthy investors. I'm assuming this is the same thing, but like I said, these people have to be extremely rich in order to set this up. And that's pretty much the gist of the film. That's pretty much all I'm going to tell you, because I definitely want you to go in and watch it for yourself if you haven't seen it yet. I do think there potentially could be another one based on the way things are left at the end of this one. So, and I'll definitely be there. So like I said, overall, I liked it. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. So that's going to be a big smile. And no teeth in this case, but like I said, I'll definitely be down for another escape room if it definitely comes out. But let me know down in the comments, have you seen Escape Room Tournament of Champions? Did you like it? How does it compare to the first one? As always, if you like the channel, we ask you to like, subscribe, make sure you hit that bell notification, and hopefully Jason and I will both be back very soon to do some more shows and some more reviews for you. We thank you for watching and hope you have a great day. Bye.